Well, good morning, everybody. It's the coach, Carl Damasi. Welcome to the Prep Sports Report, 4th Annual Football Media Day, and it's presented, of course, by Optim Orthopedics. We're glad that you could tune in, you can watch. It'll be broadcasted on Facebook, the Carl Damasi Sports Report Facebook page, the Prep Sports Report Facebook page, the Carl Damasi YouTube channel, and, of course, on X, or as I call Twitter. No MySpace. That's a long time ago. So I'd like to thank a couple people for putting on this media day. Of course, we got to start with our sponsor, Optim Orthopedics. I mean, they're behind our athletes. They're there to help our athletes, whether it be the orthopedic surgeon or, of course, we get to the field level, the trainers. So we got to thank them. I got to thank Matt Gimmel from Optim Orthopedics, who's their public relations director. He has helped set this up the last 2 years, does a great job. And of course, the doctors over at Optim Orthopedics who believe in the local athletes and the local kids. I got to thank the media, of course, for coming out. So we got Pat Tillman from WJCL. We got Colby Zach from WSAV. Of course, the night shift man, Dennis Knight from Savannah Morning News. And of course, good buddy of mine, and of course, of Dennis, Nathan Dominance, who's been doing this for a long time from the Prep Sports Report, or wherever you need him to go, he'll go. But first of all, we got to start this off with a thank you to Optim Orthopedics again. And we have Dr. Thomas Alexander come on right in. Dr. Alexander, he is the team doctor for St. Vincent's and Savannah Country Day. And he just like to talk about what Optim's all about doing this, and about helping your kids stay in the game.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate being here, getting able to participate. We're excited for the kids, the coaches, the parents, and the community for the start of a new season. It's always a great time of year to see the school year and the season kick off. We really enjoy being able to participate. Hopefully we don't have to participate too much. You just see our faces on the sidelines, but we're very thankful for all the support, the community, and that we get from the community. If you need anything, we're always there to help, but hopefully we'll have a safe, healthy season and our services won't be needed. But I do want to take a little bit of time to thank the athletic trainers, because although most of the athletes, the coaches, the parents probably won't interact with us at Optim Orthopedics directly, and hopefully there's limited injuries, the athletic trainers do all the hard work. The schools that are blessed enough to have the athletic trainers often go unthanked for the athletic trainer job. They spend a lot of time sacrificing themselves away from their friend, their family. They work long hours, they work nights, they work weekends, they travel with the teams, and they really are what allows the system to work and move forward to keep the players safe, healthy, and do everything they can to support the players, the coaches, the families. And they have a really hard job. I mean, it's their job to make tough decisions, whether it's the heat index and saying no practice with pads today, whether it's the lightning, monitoring that and calling off to the safety, or whether it's pulling a kid from a game or participation or practice due to concern for concussion, injury. In the heat of the moment, it's a thankless job sometimes when everyone wants to participate, but they do it for the benefit of the patient, the player, and the safety. And we just want to use this opportunity to thank the athletic trainers. If you run into your athletic trainer, please take the time to thank them, because they often go overlooked and they often see concern from people who want to participate when they're just trying to pull them out to make sure they're safe. So there's a national shortage with athletic trainers. The system is stressed nationally from athletic trainers. So when you do see that athletic trainer, please reach out to them, thank them for their hard work, support them in everything they do. So from Optim Orthopedics, we say thank you. We really appreciate getting able to participate, and we just wish all the players, the teams, the coaches, and the community, and all the parents a wonderful, healthy season. Thank you.
Question for you, Doc. Don't walk away. I don't know if you can, but also you guys are taking preventative measures too. So if someone wants to see you before anything happens, you guys are free to get involved and talk to them, or how do they get in touch with you guys?
Yes, well, you can always call and schedule an appointment with our office. We also have a physical therapy department, and the physical therapists are great. They can do a lot of preventative maintenance. They can sometimes in even 1 or 2 visits, they can set up a program for you that works on strengthening. It targets muscles that sometimes people don't realize because they think they're big and strong, but in fact that your biomechanics are off balance. There may be one muscle group that's stronger than the other. So they can do preventative treatment and trying to see where the biomechanics are, teach you exercises, and you can then take that program, implement it in your normal workout routine just to try to do everything they can to prevent. If you need to see a physician, we'll be glad to see you. But often through the athletic trainers, through the physical therapists, they can set up and do an evaluation and set up a maintenance program for you to try to get you in the best shape possible.
And you do have after hours
Yes.
clinic that's open after a game on Saturday morning you want to come in?
Yeah, so every evening we have an after-hours clinic. So if something happens in practice, you can get in, get an X-ray, get a splint, get an immobilization, avoid having to go through the hassle of the ER and some of the financial ramifications also that are costs from going to the ER. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we also have a clinic that people can come in, whether it's Saturday morning, Sunday morning, be seen. And the great thing about coming into clinic is since you're coming to orthopedic clinic, you're only going to be seeing an orthopedic provider. We have all the equipment, the cast material, the splint material, the braces, everything you can need. And if you do need more invasive tests, we can order those more invasive tests, the MRIs, the CT scans, things like that, that sometimes can't be ordered in the emergency room because you have to be seen in a clinic and that be run through insurance and such on. So we have the ability to do that and hopefully get the system much quicker, avoid an ER visit that often costs time and money and still leads up with the same office visit.
Anybody got any questions for Dr. Allen?
Yes.
I'm going to pull you off to the side and talk to you.
All right. Thank you for the time. We really appreciate it. And I just wish all the best luck to all the teams and all the support this year. If you need anything, we're here. But again, good luck with the season. Enjoy it.
And like I like to say, they'll get you back into the game quicker than somebody else.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. So once again, Optim Orthopedics for supporting this, for sponsoring our local athletes. They also will sponsor our football stories on the Prep Sports Report. We're trying to help Night Shift, Dennis Night Out. We'll try and get more stories out there. He can only be in one place at one time. And if he's on the sidelines, just make sure you don't take him out, players. Okay? All right, let's start it off. First team up, the South Carolina Independent Schools Association, say that 5 times quick, 2023 state champions, our very own Bethesda Academy Blazers, with the head coach himself. He's the second, I guess, elder states coach in the area besides Mark Stroud, and that's, of course, Antoine Turner. Here you go. Bethesda Blazers, they're up first. Come on in, guys. Have a seat. All right, Coach, you know the routine. You've been doing this for a long time. Tell us who you are, tell you got who's with you, and then, of course, give a shout-out to your program.
Antoine Turner, head football coach at Bethesda Academy. To my left is Orlando Cheney. He's our defensive tackle. To my right here is Riley Wesley. He's our wide receiver, also cornerback. And to my right, far right is Jordan Cheever. He's our running back, also starting linebacker. Very excited to be here today. These guys are a phenomenal group of guys, great character. It's been a great year for us on last year, and we get a chance to turn the page. Our offensive lineman this year, we believe, is going to lead the charge. And so we're very excited. We've got a great coaching staff. We've got a great group coming back and returning. Got a few new additions as well. And so we're just get prepared to kick off the season this year, and we're very excited to kick it off. And these are a great group of guys that we have up here today. Our starting quarterback this year is Luke Larson. Luke Larson had an opportunity to start at free safety for us on last year. He actually played behind Tristan Randall for the last 2 years. And so Tristan, of course, had a chance to mentor Luke, and Luke will be able to kind of step into the starting role this year. So very excited about Luke. He's getting started, getting his feet wet, learning the curve, and getting thrown into the fire this year. But we believe he'll be ready. No, sir. So Jordan Turner, our backup quarterback, will now be starting at free safety. And so we're very excited to have him coming in at free safety. And I guess we're starting a trend here. Our backup quarterbacks are now playing safety and really getting prepared, because safety and safety and quarterback, as many know, are very synonymous. You know, if you could read the defense from the defensive side, read the offense from defense, then it's a little easier to read the defense from offense. And so it's normally worked out pretty good for us. Yes, sir. Riley. Well, Riley Wesley, we call him Rollo, all-state cornerback for us, 7 interceptions last year, did a tremendous job. And he had very limited touches on the offensive side, but all of his touches went for if not touchdowns, long yardage. He met me in the office and said, Coach, I'm actually a receiver. Actually receiver is my favorite position. And so we had a chance to sit down and talk. And so he wants to be a two-way guy for us this year. And we're very excited. He did a tremendous job this summer, and we believe he'll be a load for us this year as well. Yes, sir. So a Sear Best also will be coming over and will share some load. Jordan Cheever, we believe, is going to be able to really tote the pigskin for us this year. We're counting on him to rush for about 1,500 yards. And so we're going to put the load on his back. But he's also our starting linebacker. And Sear coming over is going to be a breath of fresh air to be able to come in. And he has some great speed, good agility, good agile movement. And so he'll be able to be a change of pace for us. He'll start cornerback, but he'll also come in and start running back in some certain formations. So we're very grateful to have him on board as well.
Yes, sir. Rollo West. Just coming in, trying to build up new teammates. If they don't know something, just, make sure they feel comfortable with doing everything right.
Nice. Achievers, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell us about being the main man that's going to carry the rock for the Blazers. What is this season going to mean for you?
It's gonna be like a breakout year for me on my end because it's my first time starting running back, trying to come in and do good, probably get 150, like Coach just said. But yeah,
Per game.
per game, yeah.
All right, and of course we got to talk to the lineman. Your name again?
My name is Orlando Cheney.
Okay, and Coach will tell you this. You don't win games with running backs and wide receiver quarterbacks. You win in the trenches. So tell us what that means for you guys being a big part of this team, winning the battle on the line of scrimmage, because you don't win the battle on the line of scrimmage, you're not going to win the backfield or downfield.
The trenches mean a lot to us. We do the dirty work. So in our trenches, we call it O-line leads the way. So we say all the way. So we carry the make sure our quarterback don't get hit or nothing. So we just protect our whole O-line and get the job right.
What do these guys mean to the line?
They means everything, Without them, we wouldn't be able to function properly on offense, Especially with the quarterback and me being on offense, it's just got to get the ball out.
Well, I couldn't do nothing without these guys. I mean, if they don't do their job, I can't do mine at the end of the day. So, yeah.
Well, Coach, defending state champion, you finally got that ring. You
Yes,
finally
sir.
got that title now.
Yes, sir.
Lot to live up to. So expectations this year and outlook.
Well, we're very excited about this year, as you stated. These guys did a phenomenal job. Can't speak enough about our last year seniors. Our group of seniors last year really carried the torch for us. They were very determined. As we talked earlier last season, these guys, last year guys had went through being 2-8, and just having those seasons of having to go through struggle and get back up each time they're knocked down. And for those guys to really be able to stay resilient throughout the season, and especially in the state championship game, we're down 17-6, and to be able to fight and come back and be resilient and pull it out was nothing short of amazing. And these guys also, along with the rest of our team, was very supportive and played very important roles in that game as well. And so these guys know what it takes. They know what it takes to win. They know the journey. And Orlando has his ring going today. But what we talked to the guys about is we'll let him, this will be the last day we hold it out for him. This will be the last day we get an opportunity to wear these rings for this season. They'll have it for a lifetime, but I'm asking them to put it on hold right now because we've got work to do. Last year was last year, and we're very grateful. It's something that we'll remember for the rest of our lives. It's almost a storybook finish. It was a movie finish. It was a movie journey that we've took, and it was something that we'll always have with us. And now we've getting started with the 2024-2025 season. And just as well as we talk often about leaving your past in your past, we've got to also turn the page. In order to turn the page, in order to try to get back, we talked to these guys about how do you eat an elephant? and you eat elephant one bite at a time. And so we've got to take one practice at a time, one game at a time. We can't focus on, championships. Right now we're focused, we're focused on Thomas Hayward. And if I'm honest with you, we're focused on today's scrimmage, So we've got to take it one game at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time, because we have a long way to go. We've got a new group. We've got a new core group, new quarterback, new center. We've got a lot of new pieces that we've got to teach how we do it. What is the Blazer way? And so we're very excited about this year. We're excited to get started with this year. We believe that we have an opportunity to be great, but greatness starts with working hard, and we've got to be diligent. We've got to work hard. Nothing easy happens unless you really put forth the work. And even putting forth the work, there are no guarantees. And so we've got to stay injury free. We've got to continue to work hard and be diligent. And so we're very excited about the year. And our motto this year is find a way. We've got to find a way to scratch, claw, do what it takes to win, to be destined to be great.
I know you'll find a way. Congratulations. So now that you're done, I have some questions over here from TV stations, JCL and SAB. Appreciate it. And as they say now, go Blazers.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Optim Orthopedics, for hosting, and thank you, Carl. You always do a great job.
Thanks for the job you do.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Good job. Always a great
Thank
job.
you. Always a pleasure. Thank you
Good
so
job.
much.
All right, let's head over there. Okay, Bethesda Blazers, defending Skeeza State champions, off to the side now. They got to leave. They got a scrimmage going on. But now we're going to bring a team that came up, I-95. They're in the local area, and they do a great job. And it's always a battle down there in Hinesville between Bradwell and Liberty County. We're going to start off with the Bradwell Institute Tigers with head coach Deshaun Brock. Come on in, guys. I'll get another chair.
Y'all sit down now. Y'all sit down. Y'all sit down now. Yeah. It's right way, right way.
In the camera. I got to get closer. They can't hear me. So, Coach, you know the deal. Talk about your team. Talk about what your expectations are. Tell us who you brought, and tell us what it's going to look like for the Tigers this year in 2024.
Yes, sir. First of all, I want to say thank you for allowing us to be here today. This is a great opportunity to talk about our program, and also a wonderful program that you guys put on for football in Southeast Georgia. Got some of our players this upcoming year. We have Braylon Brock, who plays tight end. Tyon Jones plays a little bit of everything, athlete. Wade Cobb, running back. Carlito Severe, our quarterback. And then Davion Tillman, who plays defensive back and also linebacker for us. We had a really great offseason. We had to had a couple changes on the coaching staff. So we got some great new coaches came in, doing some wonderful things. Brought in a new defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator as well. So it's gonna be a little bit different for me not calling the plays as I'm used to. Still have some input there, but I hired a great staff and they're doing wonderful things. These guys work really, really hard this all season. As there are plenty of new faces playing big roles for us this year. We're very excited for this upcoming season. We look forward to making positive strides in an effort to achieve our ultimate goal, which is making playoffs for the first time in a long time. Last year we had tremendous success, not as much as we wanted. We made strides in the right direction, and we're building upon that. Last night, we had a jamboree with Bryan County and Windsor Forest. We had a good showing. We're hoping that that parlays into this upcoming week as we get ready to take on Liberty County. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, Carlito.
Carlito Severe. Carlito Severe.
Offense will be a little bit more run-centric, but we're still going to be 60-40 pass run. But we have a little bit more of an option threat to the outside with him being more of a dual threat quarterback.
And you also lost Elijah, who's been a great guy with Elijah.
Yes.
Who's going to kind of take over that role?
So Joseph Morris will be taking over that role. He's about 6'3", 305 left tackle. Also can move inside, play center and guard. Very athletic, long arms. Last year was his first year playing varsity football, and he made tremendous strides in the offseason. We're looking forward to having an exciting season for him.
Okay, last season, I know you beat Liberty County, and that's an opening game next week, right?
Yes, sir. It is.
What do you expect in that match?
Well, anytime hometown rivalry, you're gonna get their best shot. And I know they have some more athletes on their team, as a lot of the basketball players came out. I wish I had that same problem, but they play an exciting brand of football. Those kids been working really hard this all season. So have we. So anytime these kids grew up together playing Pop Warner and travel ball together, the rivalry is gonna be intense, and the kids are very excited to play. The community is looking forward to the game. So I'm looking forward to a good game. I think the team that creates the most limits their mistakes, okay, and plays well on defense, the team's gonna come out victorious, and we're hoping it's gonna be us.
China had a big year for you receiver last year, but it's offers. What do you expect from him?
Well, we're hoping to duplicate his production last year. He was a 1,000-yard receiver on, I want to say, about 45 catches for 1,000 yards, had 8 or 9 touchdowns. So we have to move Tom around a little bit this year, so they can't be isolated. You have to find him. Last year we primarily had him at the X, and he was a one-on-one backside or an outside receiver, so he was kind of easy to locate. But we had another dynamic receiver on the other side, so you couldn't really double team him. So this year, everybody knowing the production he had, we have to move him around a little bit, put him in different spots to be successful. But he's definitely going to have his targets. His name is John Williford. He was with me down in Mitchell County my first 4 years down, my first couple years down there in Camilla. So he kind of helped me design this offense and knows the ins and outs and intricacies of it. He does a really good job on breaking down the film and developing quarterbacks and also the offensive line play.
What do you guys take this, okay? Last year you opened up Liberty County, big win. Open up Liberty County this year. Anybody reflect what it's like playing a team that's in the same neighborhood?
I love it. I love playing cause we grew up when we played rec ball, AAU. We all grew up together, so it's like playing your brothers really, and it's like a big rivalry. Everybody make it a big deal, and I like that it's the first game of the season. It's it's a big test for us and stuff like that.
Open up with a big game. You want to take this question? What's the atmosphere like in that type of game when you're playing Liberty County and the place is packed?
Man, it's a feeling. Having the whole crowd staring at you, just watching everybody's there thumping, it really gets you in your feelings. You love it. It's incredible. It's amazing. It just makes you want to show out, do the best you can.
Nice. All right, Coach, last question. New region, new setup for everybody. Only 6 classifications. Classification 6, 5, and 4 will play a regular state tournament. So what's the outlook for you guys in that type of format?
Very competitive region. We have 9 teams, so got to win 5 to get in. Fortunately for us, a lot of the teams that are in our conference we've already played previously, so we're very familiar with them. With the exception of Lakeside, Evans, and Evans, we played everybody else, so we kind of know what to expect. We like our chances. Again, we just have to execute and stay healthy and play good physical, disciplined football, and we should be able to make the playoffs in the end if we do that.
Well, good luck, guys. I look forward to seeing what happens next Friday night. How do we say it?
Overly Field.
Overly Field. I've been here so many times.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck. We have the Bradwell Institute Tigers, the 2024 edition. Appreciate them coming on, and watch out. The Tigers going to be hot this year.
Yeah,
thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
Go this way, the TV, and hey,
Yes, sir.
anything I could do.
Yes, sir.
Like I told you, I got it. Okay. I got a whole piece.
Okay, yes, sir. We'll get it. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Hello?
Good. Next up, same team, new coach though. St. Andrews Lions. Okay, St. Andrews Schools Lions. I make sure I don't make a mistake because there's something else that's embedded in me, being a former coach. So I can't say that other nicknames. But St. Andrews School out there on Wilmington Island. New coach Wes Worthington coming in, but he's been a coach in the area for a long time. The Lions will be in GIAA classification 3. Okay, so they'll kick off next week. So here you go, St. Andrew Schools Lions with Coach Wes Worthington and his players. Come on in, guys. Yeah, I got to move the extra chairs. Sit right next to Coach. All right, starting it off, Coach Worthington telling us about his team and the players he brought with him. Okay, Coach, you hold it.
All right. Yeah, we're just really excited about this season. This is my first year being a head football coach, but I've been doing this a long time. Learned under some really good coaches, Coach Britt at BC and Coach Stroud at Calvary. I'm learning a lot about the St. Andrews culture. The people are great. These players that are with me have been in the program for a couple of years now, and we're really excited about this upcoming season. And what we're going to try to accomplish is really simple. We're going to be about the team first, individual accolades second. We're going to try to get better every single week, and let's see where we are in October, because that's when we head into region play. And region play is where if you do well there, then you can make the playoffs and see what you can do. So we're just really going to focus on getting better each week, watching the film, making corrections, working really hard. I'm really excited about the buy-in from the players. We had our SWAT, which is summer training, over the summer. We had 20 plus guys, and for a GIA school, that's really good. 20 plus guys on average coming Monday through Thursday, working out for 2.5 hours in the heat, and it was hard, and we push them. And so they've invested in themselves, which is what we talk about a lot. I want them to invest in themselves for the betterment of the team. So returning starters, I got these 3 guys with me. Amari Cook is going to move from wing back to the quarterback position. We're going to be running the triple option, and he is a very dangerous threat, making great decisions. He's getting more comfortable in our offense. The offense is really very similar to the offense that was run under Paul Johnson at both Georgia Southern and Georgia Tech. And I just believe that with our smaller, quicker linemen and our intelligent guys and our skill guys, that it's a really great offense for us to thrive. And then to my left, I've got Charles Strain will be playing wing back and safety for us. And then directly to my left, two guys down, Joe Frazier is going to be our middle linebacker. He's a really, really heady, instinctual football player, really smart, and we're really excited about what he's going to do on that side of the ball. We've got some other key players who are not here. Jack Kelly on the offense and defensive line, Addison Solomon and Thomas Kirk. They're all going to be important contributors to our program. And we're just really looking forward to kicking it off. We had some things happen with the weather and we weren't able to scrimmage. So we're playing the defending state champions in GIA AA, Edmund Burke Academy. So it's going to be our scrimmage. It's going to be our first game of the year. And we're just really excited. So, any questions?
So Strange number 4.
Yes, that's Charles.
Yes, sir. I kick.
So what's it been like coaching? Kind of change the offense up a little to match your personnel?
Yes, we just looked at Coach Clemens is our offensive coordinator, and it was really funny. In the spring, the second day of spring, we're just looking at what we've got, and we both looked at each other, and he said, "What do you think about the triple option?" And I said, "I think that's a great idea." Well, just looking at what we had and really looking at our school too. So it wasn't just like we're going to do this for 1 year kind of gimmick deal. I really believe this is going to be our culture. We're going to run the triple option. We're going to be we're going to go out and recruit in the area. We're going to just talk to the players in the area about, if you come to our school, we're a high academic school, you'll be able to go to possibly one of the academies and play football, or to smaller schools and thrive. So it wasn't, yes, it was a kind of a quick decision in the spring to go to this offense. But I think the more I look at everything and what we have in our school, I really believe this is the offense that we can compete and thrive. So.
And I guess you got 20 and 30 on your team right now?
Yeah, so I love telling the story. So when I got the job, I was given a roster of 15. And that's because we had 10 seniors graduate. So, and then I had one kid tell me he wasn't going to play. So I was down to 14 before I even really got started. But I went and I talked to the boys at the school, and I really was just grabbing kids in the hallway and convincing them to play and convincing rising ninth graders to play. So I'm really, I feel fortunate. We're at a roster of 27. So I'm really excited about that. We have some depth, and our kids are excited. They want to play, and they've done the work, and now it's finally we get to play somebody else.
And a lot of those guys are going both ways. What's the approach?
What that was another reason why we chose the triple option offense, because it's an offense that really we can dictate. It's all about getting first downs, and if we continue to get first downs, we're going to control the clock. We're going to shorten the game. We're going to try to win on special teams and win the field position. So I'm the special teams coordinator, so it's kind of important. And so, yeah, it's just going to go into our philosophy of how we're going to play. It is kind of, I guess, a throwback style of football, but I love the toughness about it. And the more I study it and really get into it, I'm just really excited about it.
Okay, your name again?
Charles.
Charles.
Yes, sir.
Coach, new system. How's it going over there?
I think it's looking really good. We're running the triple option a lot, but we're just like getting the little details down, making it look good and perfect.
Okay, Laurie, you're going to carry the ball, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us what your expectations of this season is.
I feel like we'll have a good season, being that the guys been putting in work during the summer and stuff. Like, we should be pretty good this year.
You are?
I'm Joe.
Joe?
Yes, sir.
Joe who?
Fraser.
Frazier?
Fraser.
Frazier. Joe Frazier. Okay, I'll get
Isn't that a great name?
Down goes Frazier. Sorry, he doesn't want to hear that this year. So, but anyway, talk about new coach, new guys. What's your expectation? You guys are all juniors, right?
Yes, sir.
So you guys are going to be leading the team. Tell us what the juniors are going to do for this team.
Well, right now we're on what Coach West created. It's called the Leadership Council, because we didn't have any seniors, so we didn't really have a leadership part of our team. So Coach West selected us to be the Leadership Council, and it makes me happy knowing I can lead the team and help influence kids younger than me, because we have a lot of young kids just to work hard and try to just play better. So when we graduate, we can come back and see them working their way up and just being overall better players and better men in general.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck. And, right, you go from here, because we got the media, the TV stations, and they'll ask you some questions. Do a great job. And this year's 2024 St. Andrews School Lions. Thanks, guys, for coming. Appreciate it.
Straight sit down for 1 second. Perfect. Thank you.
Can you text that to me, Dennis? Good job. We got to put it on our socials. Got to get it out there. Good job. It's nice to meet you. Close to middle school? Okay, as we're rolling right along here, we're going to get the other team from Liberty County down there in Hinesville. Big game next Friday night against their inter-county rival. Nothing better than checking out a Bradwell Liberty County game. You want to go to a packed house, 5,000-6,000 people over there at Ogilvie Field. It's something special. But Coach Glazer comes in, third-year coach, right? Come on in. Coach Glazer, third year at Liberty County High School, and we're going to get his take on this edition of the Liberty County Panthers. So just like we do every year, tell us who you are, what your program's all about, and introduce these young men.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Coach Glazer, Liberty County, just talking about our whole off season, was our mentality was trying to just change, focus on, what happened last season and focus on getting better. Our boys have worked extremely hard all off season, preparing for the upcoming season, putting that extra work in. We're excited about the year. We feel like we have a chance to have a special season, and we just got to keep working. I've got with me right here beside me to my left, I got Ryan Golden. Ryan's beside me. Played free safety, wide receiver, be a 3-year starter for us. Expecting big things out of him. Beside me, I got Jaden Hurd, number 7, play receiver, strong safety, rover, be all over the field. Expecting a big year for him. Then beside him, got Brandon Roberts, plays running back. Also played a little bit of cornerback for us this year, and just had a couple touchdowns the other night in a scrimmage game. We're just looking forward to a good season. These guys help lead the program and are doing that mentality every day that we're trying to teach. And these guys are leading by example. So we're looking for a big year for our Liberty County Panther football team and these 3 guys beside me as well. Jaden Hurd, number 7. Jaden Hurd, yes, sir. Brandon Roberts. Brandon Roberts plays running back, and he'll play some cornerback as well, too. We got a quarterback named Jabari Felix, who will be the quarterback. I think he does a good job of managing what we're trying to do on offense. We've changed some things on offense. And he does a good job of getting the ball out quick and kind of run the offense, especially for a guy who didn't even play football last year. He'll be in 10th grade. He'll be in 10th grade. He's a basketball player, yes, sir. He was on the basketball team, Liberty's basketball team last year. Yes, sir.
What do you expect against Bradwell here in that first week? I know it's going to always a lot of emotions in that game, right?
Yes, sir. We expect to be very intense. Anytime you play in that game, be tons of people there, high intensity, high emotions. Breaking in their brand new field. They got brand new field turf. Looks very nice. We just, they beat us last year, and we remember first time in a while. And I know, as I told the boys, when we broke it down Thursday after scrimmage, that it's officially Bradwell week, and we're ready for Bradwell. We'll leave it at that. We're ready. Yes, so we scrimmaged Savannah Country Day Thursday night. It went well. We won. What was it? 19-7. So it went well. I think it's the work ethic, and the fact that we were averaging 80 plus kids all summer long. The fact that when we started extra workouts in January, and that was for non-people who didn't play any other sports, and we averaged like 45, 50 kids a day when we did it. And all those guys, most of those guys were already in weight training during the day, but they just wanted extra work. They understand the standard at Liberty County and understand that we didn't live up to the standard last year, and we are, as a collective group, working our tails off from players to coaches to make sure we change to go back to the standard that we want to represent.
Okay, like I asked Bradwell, I don't know if the coach doesn't have this. I want you guys to answer this. Like I asked Bradwell, you're playing your friends, you're playing guys that are like your brothers, you're so close together. What's Friday night mean to you guys? You want to kick it off first?
It really means everything to us. I feel like we got a point to prove.
It's really just fun. Really just fun hanging out with all our friends. We put in the work during practice, so it really makes it fun, like during the game. And that's really it.
Yes, sir. Like Jaden said, it's like revenge. Like we want revenge. Like last year, that was my junior year. I didn't really like how it went down. But like my coach said, it's a new year, new things coming. And we just excited to show you guys what we got this year.
Now, new quarterback, someone different than who you've seen for the last 3 years. What's that feeling like for you that you don't have that guy back there anymore?
Yes, sir. Carlos was actually my cousin, so it's kind of like it's hard losing a family member. But I know that Jabari, he definitely ready for the spot that he's in. I'm proud to see what he's gonna do this year also.
Coach, last question for me about the new region, new conferences, classifications. You guys are in with Bradwell, right?
No, sir. We're still in the same region. We're still in 3A. Bradwell's in 4A. Yes, sir.
3A has changed.
Yeah, it's changed a little bit. We lost Savannah Christian, Savannah Country Day, and we picked up Islands, Windsor, Southeast Bullock, and Jenkins.
So the point system, what is that?
I'll be honest with you. Our goal is just going to be trying to win football games, and we'll let the point system do that. I did hear something funny the other day. Coach Feaster at Long County told me, he's like, Coach, y'all may have been the best 3-7 team in the state last year. In fact, if you look at the playoff ratings, the point system, you would have made the playoffs of 3-7 based on who you had to play. I said, well, that's great, but we're just going to try to focus on winning games and let everything take care of itself that way.
All right, guys, we wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming by. When you're done here, you're going to go over to the side for the media, the TV stations. They want to recruit you too, but once again, good luck. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, sir.
Coach, always a pleasure.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
How you do.
Baseball across the state?
Yeah.
This is moving right along now. All the teams are coming in. I hope you're enjoying this. It's exciting for me getting to see these kids and them talking about what their season's going to be like. It's special, okay? Like I said, just so you know, we got Dennis Knight from the Savannah Morning News here. We got Nathan Dominance from the Prep Sports Report, or whoever needs them, okay? Then, of course, we got TV stations, WJCL with Pat Tillman and WSAV with Corey Zach, okay? I'm the coach, Carl Damasi. Once again, Optim Orthopedics is the proud sponsor of all our football material, information, recaps of games that'll be on the prepsportsreport.com. I say this every year, and I'll say it as long as I lived here. Savannah Country Day School. It's the little team that could, and they do. They'll give it everything they got on their field. New coach coming in, Rock Batten. I apologize the last time I had you on, Coach. But he comes in here, and he's excited about this program. So come on in, Coach. Bring in the Savannah Country Day Hornets. What's up, big guy? How you doing? Coach, how you doing? Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Linebacker, give me the name. Tyler Scott, baseball player too. Well, all three are baseball players too, right? So, you play baseball? Klein Peter. Okay. Sure. You don't want to play baseball? Okay. But anyway, let's kick it off with the head coach, new to Savannah Country Day School, Rock Batten.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm excited to be here. First, thank you for having our school here to represent Country Day. I'm my first season. Fortunate to have 10 great seniors. 3 of them are here sitting with me. I came in the spring, took over the job, and really trying to continue to build off the tradition the school has and continue to build our program. And like I said, I'm fortunate to have 10 great seniors in terms of leaders and some really good junior players as well. The big thing and try to get a little bit better every day, and our senior leaders are leading that charge for us ever since camp and really ever since summer and when I arrived. So really excited about this season. These 3 young men will be a big part of what we're trying to do in our program and the success we're looking forward to have this year. A lot of guys playing both sides of the ball, but our senior leaders and junior leaders will carry this program and put us in the right position. So. Yeah, we're going to be multiple. We're going to be spread multiple. We'll get under center some. We'll be in gun some. We're going to mix it up. And the goal is to put the ball in our playmakers' hands. And Barton is one of those guys of many guys. And this guy on my right is another one that we're going to try to get the ball to. But we're going to run our quarterback. We're going to throw the ball. We're going to spread it out. There's a couple guys who are not with us, like Jeremiah is a senior this year who. Jeremiah Brown, who was a guy that we're looking to make plays for us, and Gabe McKinney on the outside. So we have some really great weapons in our offense, but really trying to spread it out. We're going to run the quarterback and mix it up and create advantages against the defense. And that's obviously with a school as small as ours, it's always going to be a battle of getting numbers, but. I wouldn't want to have any different 48. We got the right guys. That's how I always look at it. Numbers can be what they can, but as long as you have the right guys who are committed to team, committed to each other, understand the brotherhood, and are willing to work and sacrifice, you always have the right guys, and we have the right guys.
I know Tyler's also a good baseball player. He had an offer from West Virginia. What does the future look like for you in college? Are you a senior?
Yeah, I'm a senior.
Do you play baseball, football?
I'm probably going to play football. Yeah.
And what do you think the strength of the defense is this year?
I think that, we got a lot of guys returning from last year, even though we lost some key parts on D-line, but we got guys that stepped up, and, I think they're ready to come in and play. Even though they might not have had too much experience last year, they're still getting better in practice and learning how we operate on defense. So, I think we'll be all right.
And Vincent, Coach is coming in new, so it's not like a new region to him, but it'll be a new region for you guys. I guess 5 teams.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
What do you expect in this new region coming down 3A?
I mean, I think everyone on the team is expecting to go as 5-0 in the region. We're trying to do the best we can, just play. I'm not really worried about what other people are doing. I'm just trying to keep focusing on what we do as a program and executing what we do.
And Clyde Peter, who do you got going? Linebacker and tight end?
I'm on the D line playing some D end and then tight end. So catching some passes on offense. Yes, sir.
Start with you first. I'll go first. New offensive scheme. Tell us what the offense. Tyler told us about the defense. What do you expect from the offense?
I mean, pretty similar to what we had last year. Throwing it a little bit. Barton's a great runner, so we'll see how that goes. And then just running the ball and throwing it around, spreading it out.
I know I posted this today, but I got to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Wearing that number is special. Goes back to me because I knew Stewart, but it's something special. What's it mean to get it back-to-back years to wear number 5, representing Stewart Slide Jr.'s legacy?
I mean, it means everything to me and my family. I mean, it's something that, everyone obviously works for every day to kind of fulfill the characteristics of the award. And it means everything to not only me and my family, but the program, the team, the community, the school.
All right, and you're not the only one that runs, right? You got Hayes back, right?
Yes.
So give a shout out to who else is going to be carrying the rock as much as you do.
We're going to have – we got a lot of guys. We got Najee Young, Hires, returning senior. He was the running back last year. Jeremiah is going to be getting the ball some in the backfield. Sophomore Aiden Frazier is going to get the ball. So, we got guys that can rotate in and carry the ball comfortably and get some yards.
Tyler, they going to let you play some offense?
Yeah, I think I'll be going in at tight end some, whenever he needs a breather or something, I'll go in, maybe catch a pass or something, block a little bit too, maybe. But, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so what you can do next is, thanks for coming. You can go this way. You got the email here, you got the TV stations, and best of luck. Who do you open up with?
Charlotte Country.
Charlotte Country.
Yeah,
You going up there?
We got to go. We got to take a road trip.
These guys are no more. I watched them as freshmen. They're no more little kids.
No.
Coach, best of luck.
Thank
Nice
you so
meeting you
much.
personally.
You as well.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Sir.
Keep it going. Sir. Hey, good job. You got him? Yeah. Okay. All right. So Country Day is done. Up next is the Mustangs out of South Effingham High School. Lauren Purvis enters your second year. You've been around a while, I think. So, but great job last year with the Mustangs, and they come in the same region. So, next up, South Effingham High School Mustangs. Come on in, guys. Grandpa watching? Yeah. Hey, Mark, I got your grandson here. I had to do that to him. So, but anyway, Coach Purvis, you know the deal. Tell us, something about your program, about you, second year in, and the 3 young gentlemen you got with you. Mustangs on the table. Sorry, on the clock. Or in the corral. Okay, that's better.
There you go. Thank you, Coach Tomasi. I appreciate y'all having us today. This year, we're just looking to build on some of the success we had last season, first winning season in a few years. And I'd say that was fun for our school, for our kids, like just you see the energy coming out to practice every day now. And even during the season last year, just that feeling of, hey, I don't know if we can win, turning to, hey, I know we can do this. And then the hope is there, the energy. So I'm excited about what we got this year. Our goals stay the same. We want to have a winning season. We want to make the playoffs. That's something that South hadn't done in a few years either. So that's going to be our goal. I tell you what, our seniors this year, we got 3 of them up here with me. Moose Bringer over here, starting outside linebacker. Lawton Bowen, starting quarterback. And Corbin McGuire, starting middle linebacker. These guys are really everyday practice, being the leaders, carrying the team. They're the guys that say the right things, that most of the time do the right things. But no, they're a lot of fun to coach. And a lot of fun every day in the weight room, practice, all those things. So, again, we open up with 2 very tough non-region games in New Hampstead and Toombs, and we're in a big region this year. We actually have 8 region games, which is a long tough season to make it through. So these first couple games, I'm hoping that we can get after it and be physical. That's we try to be physical and fun at practice every day, and really those first 2 games get ready to play that long season and those region games that really matter to try to crack the playoffs this year. Yes, Lawton Bowen. Yep. Bowen.
And he's a QB, you said?
Yes, sir. Or Jerry.
We got Moose as a linebacker.
Yep.
Outside. Okay. Now, Moose, a lot of people know you're a great wrestler. How does wrestling help you in football?
Wrestling helps me through my physicality and my mental work. Knowing that like there's someone against you in front of you. Knowing that someone's in front of you is that like it keeps me like motivated. That I know that I can be better than someone else than rather than just like being like overwhelmed by a whole bunch of other people in front of me.
Is your brother on the team too?
Yes, sir. He's the other outside linebacker.
He's the other outside. Oh, we got a tag team here.
Mhm.
Okay, and Coach, can you describe what your offense will look like this season?
Sure. We're a little different from last season. We're more offset eye. Still the same game plan. We want to run the ball. We want to be physical. We want to take what the defense gives us when it gives us a chance to throw it. Our quarterback's a little more mobile this year than last year, I would say. Shout out to Caden DeGennaro, who did a great job for us. Lawton can run it a little bit better. So Lawton was our receiver and safety last year. So he's stepping in at quarterback for us this season.
And what grade is Lawton?
All 3 of these guys are seniors.
Awesome. Yep. Okay, and you got New Hampstead in that first game. They got a really good quarterback. Have you played New Hampstead?
We have not, probably since South, to my knowledge, probably since 2019.
Okay,
It's been a while.
Thursday night at Fuller.
Thursday night at 7 at Fuller Stadium.
What does the team look like coming into that first week?
Us or them? They look really good. Truell is special. He's a really good quarterback, and he gets the ball out of his hands. He's a big kid, and he can really throw it. He can spin it well. So for us, we just want to come in and compete. That's kind of our goal. I know that's generic talk, but we really do. We want to come in and compete every chance we get. Corbin, you want to say anything?
Okay. So, Coach, schedule looks really tough. Okay, you're non-region, and then you throw region game in with Effingham. What tough schedule?
I believe in competing. I don't believe in getting intimidated by anybody. And whoever wants to play us, let's line up and play it. And I think with the region growing like it did this year, we added in some teams, and we didn't get any easier in that region. It only got tougher. And so I believe we need to be prepared. When the time rolls around to play those games, we need to play some tough teams. When we open up first 2 games, probably 2 of the best quarterbacks in the south of Georgia, maybe in the whole state of Georgia. So.
Right, Terrell from New Hampstead. Who's the guy kid? Second game?
Stanley, Toombs County.
Toombs County.
Yeah, I mean.
Corbin, right?
Yes, sir.
Defense, right?
Yes, sir.
If I'm not mistaken, 44, right? What number did you wear?
Last year,
Yeah.
26.
22?
26.
He's 3 this year.
He's 3 this year?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, so leader on defense, right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
So you got the 2 brothers on the outside. You're going to be in the middle. Tell us about the Mustangs defense.
I feel like we're a very tough defense, and our goal this year is to get everybody to the ball and get a lot of turnovers, and stop the run, and then do what we could do, and play football.
You got to do. What? Okay. First year at quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Big game to start off next Thursday night. Everybody's going to be there watching you guys out there in Pooler. It's cooler in Pooler, but you'd rather be in the crowd. Tell us what you're going through. That your first game is going to be in such a big atmosphere.
I'm just going to try to make plays and get the ball to the athletes quickly, and just trying to turn the ball over, limit the turnovers, and just play the game.
Nice. Moose. Okay. Wrestling, football. I know Coach probably loves this too because wrestlers have good feet, have good quickness with their feet, their good hands. How do you guys apply this to football now?
Well, we apply it to football because like all of our drills we do in wrestling is just complying with it. So we just work all the time. My dad's the head coach. We just we have good chemistry and always like work out with him. So he gets me right on the field and also on the mat.
Nice. All right, guys. Anybody else? Okay, here's how it works. From here, you go to this side. Mr. Dominant's waiting for you for two questions at the TV station right there. And like I said, best of luck Thursday night. Everybody's going to be there.
I appreciate it. Thank
Nice
you,
meeting you. Grandpa's and grandma. I don't know how your grandma does. Effingham?
You two girls? Yeah. Oh, he's girl dad.
What? Right. Press your head and then click on it. Appreciate it.
Oh man, thanks for having me.
Yeah, she has a great.
He's always around. Our family's always here.
How'd it go last night? We're going to lightning delay. All right, we're just going to keep it in Effingham County. We started off with the Mustangs. Now we'll travel down to the Palace and the Pines. And Coach John Ford, third year in Effingham? Fourth? I'm really messing up today. I thought he's been there 5 years. You've been there, so don't worry about it. But Effingham County Rebels come in with good squad, good coach, a coach that's never short of words, but as his players will tell you that. But looking forward to it. So, Coach, tell us about you, tell us about your program, and the three young men you got with you. Coach John Ford.
Hey, thank you, Carl, and just want to appreciate Optim Orthopedics and the coach, Carl Damasi, and everybody for putting this on. Football in the 912 is special, and we're honored and blessed to be a part of it. And so just really honored to be here to represent Effingham County High School. Got three guys that I absolutely love up here. This is my fourth year here, and these guys were freshmen, kind of my first year, so I say we were all freshmen together. And coaches know how it is. You kind of get to a place and you're trying to get it together and you're trying to take care of your freshmen because you know they're going to be the foundation 4 years down the road. And these guys were a group of ninth graders that I really thought highly of and thought they could do special things. And they have really worked every single day for the last 4 years. So this time next year, I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't want to have a day at work where these guys aren't with me. So to my right, number 33, Bryson Horton, a 3-year starter at middle linebacker, just everything you want in a middle linebacker, everything you want as the heartbeat and the heart and soul of your defense, just plays the game the right way, gets them lined up, gets the call, and brings the edge and the tenacity and the physicality that you want to a defense. And then number 2, Lamar Roberts. You know, you could classify him as an athlete. He's athletic. He's fast. He plays wide receiver. He plays corner for us. And then number 4, Damian DP Gordon, who starts at safety for us, has also played a bunch of running back. These guys are everything good and right with high school sports. All these guys are multi-sport athletes. We've got baseball players. We've got basketball players. We've got guys that run track up here at this table. They're everything that's good about coaching high school football. When you want to get into coaching and when you want to coach at a great place, these are the kind of kids that you want to be around every day. And I tell people all the time, like, if you have a bad day around guys like this and the guys that we have in our senior class, there's something wrong with you, because these guys are awesome to work with every day. It's awesome to go to the weight room and when it's the off season, watch them play baseball, play basketball, run track, do the things they do, be with them every day. And then as you get into spring and summer, just be around them as you build the foundation of a team and grind and work. And then as you go into the season and you kind of get into the rhythms and the ebbs and the flows of a season, they're just, they're great practice players. They're great, preparers. And so just really excited to see what they do as a senior class. Really excited to see how they kind of lead our program as we take the next step and try to outwork yesterday and do everything for the E on the side of our helmet. And they embody that. And so it's just an honor to represent them. We're excited about this team. We're excited about the opportunity we have this season. It's going to be a tough schedule, no doubt, but one that we're excited for the challenge.
First of all, you won the region title last year. It's been a while since that happened. Early 2000s?
Yeah, I think it had been 97.
Okay. how do you think that experience will play out for these guys coming back?
Yeah, I mean, and last year was last year's team, and so whatever happened last year, good or bad, has no impact on what we do. We're defined by our decisions today, and we're defined by our choices today and our habits today. And so that was last year's group. It was awesome to see them fight through adversity early in the season and continue to build and work and get better every day. So the one thing you do want to see carry over from last year is that the lesson that you just get better every day and you treat each game as its own kind of singular entity, and that what happened, in August doesn't define what happens in September or October. What defines that is just your daily habits. And so last year's group, I feel like had great habits, and these three guys were a big part of it. And so hopefully they can carry that over to some younger kids that are stepping into some slots that have to be filled by kids that were played on last year's team that are gone. Tucker Perkins started last night, and he's had a good camp and a good offseason and has worked real hard and brings a lot of tools to the table. And then behind him, you've got Kaiser Loach and Chris Sweeney, two young kids. One's more of a traditional drop back passer, and one is probably going to start in the defensive backfield as well. And he's a lead athlete and can do some things in the run and pass game for us. And so those three guys are taking the majority of the snaps right now. And Tucker started last night and did a really good job. And so if he continues to progress every game and every day, then he's got a chance to have a good season. He's got a good supporting cast around him, so he doesn't have to do it all himself. He just has to be a point guard and get the ball to the right spot and get the right read. No relation. I love him though. He'd be a good one to be related to. No, Josh Ford, right tackle. He'll be a 3-year player for us, and he's an outstanding. We've got three other returning starters on the offensive line, and Roy Quarterman at left tackle, Trace Wright at left guard, and Barry Randolph who started right guard for us last year. So the offensive line is got to be a strength of our team if we're going to be an effective offense. Barry Randolph.
Okay, Horton, right?
Horton.
Bryson Horton. Horton. Okay, I apologize. Old age. Okay, linebacker, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell us about this year's Rebels defense. What are you guys going to bring to it?
We want to be a really physical defense and everybody flying to the ball this year.
Okay. Offense, wide receiver.
Yes, sir. And corner. And cornerback.
Cornerback?
Yes, sir.
All right, so give us your outlook on the offensive side of the ball.
We just got to throw the ball down the field and run the ball hard and block as a team and keep pushing down the field.
Okay. Offense, defense?
Defense, safety.
Defensive safety, okay.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about what you feel the defense brings as Corey.
Like Horton said, be very physical and in the box and the secondary, really physical. If the offense needs us to build them up, if the offense needs us, we go stop.
All right, and I know Coach talked about what happened last year. Doesn't really matter, but I mean, I worked there. I worked at Effingham. There's nothing like the South Effingham game. Tell us what it's like playing guys that you know that you grew up with. What's it like playing that game where you got at least 10,000 people?
It's just a fun game to come to. You have a lot of community come out and support you. It's because we grew up together. It's a good game to have fun with the guys that we grew up with.
What's it mean to you?
Excitement, we good with the guys really. So it's neck to neck. So the best man wins.
Bryson, I got it right.
Yes, sir. It's a great atmosphere to play in. It's not about them, it's about us. So it's how we play. So
Home or away this year?
We're home, aren't we? We're home. We're at the Griff this year.
Still called the Palace of the Pines.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach, last question for you. I mean, you always start out with a tough schedule, new region, new everything. Tell us what it's your first two games to kick it off. Those pretty two tough teams, Houston and New Hampshire back-to-back.
Yeah, no easy outs. We got to go up to Warner Robins, Bon Air, Georgia, and play the Houston County Bears. And Jeremy Edwards has done an outstanding job. He's somebody that I've known for a long time, somebody that I've got a high level of respect for. And I don't think you get better by playing soft opponents. I heard Mike Tomlin say one time that the boxers got to spar before they get in the ring, and that resonated with me. That you just got to go play somebody good and get in deep water and learn how to swim, and they will expose any deficiencies or any weaknesses you have. And Antoine Hill is one of the most explosive quarterbacks in the state, and he'll rewrite the passing. He's already rewritten Jake Fromm's passing records at Houston County, and I know they feel good about their team, and they feel like he's primed for a big senior year. And so that's going to be an awesome environment at Freedom Field in Warner Robins, and an awesome opportunity for our guys to go compete against the best and prove themselves against the best. And if you want respect is earned, and you do it in that environment. And then we'll come back home and we'll open our home season up against Coach Hockman and the New Hempstead Phoenix. And gosh, what a good job he's done building that program. When I was at Roswell, he was at McEachern, and he's just been known for being able to throw the ball. And gosh, he's got a heck of a quarterback, doesn't he? Truel can throw the heck out of the ball, and he's got great touch and great timing, and can put it where he wants to, and can extend a play. And so we feel like when we get into region play, we'll certainly be tested, and we'll know what we got to work on. And you don't have 4 non-region games like we did the last couple of years where you can kind of feel your way into it. I mean, you got to jump in the deep end immediately, because your region schedule starts first week of September, so you got to be ready to roll. And so we feel like these games will give us an opportunity to expose ourselves to the best, and they'll get us ready for region, and God willing, get us ready for the playoffs.
Great job. So what you do next is you'll go to the right, follow announcements first, and TV stations will have questions for you. Bryson, sorry about messing up your name.
Yeah, third time's a
Can't
charm.
mess your name up. Is Josh Yancey's kid?
Yeah.
He's a senior?
Yeah. How about that?
I remember when he called. Yeah. Hey, good luck. Good luck. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks, Coach. Ready? I'm going. Am I in the picture? I'm going to block the big guy first, okay? All right. Next up, we just finished with the Effingham County High School Rebels. They're off to the right with more media, stepping up to the plate now, or the table, or whatever you want to call it. Savannah Christian Preparatory School Raiders, Coach Baker Woodward, year 7.
Yes, sir.
Year 7, okay, has done a great job with the program. They get better and better each year. They'll be dropping into a new region this year. But as we say, tell us about you, your program, and the young men you brought with you. You forgot your fishing pole. Well, you should talk. You got one too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thanks for having us, first off. And today I have my offensive lineman. One of the strengths of our football team this year is we have an offensive lineman that averages 280 pounds. This is the biggest offensive line we've had since I've been here. Starting over here, we have Davion Melton. Davion started for us last year on the defensive line. He's moving over to the offensive line. He's going to play some defensive line as well. He's a junior, and probably one of our most improved offensive linemen in the offseason. Worked extremely hard. Our center here, Luke Gunn, he's been our center since 1998. And I'm just kidding, but he's been our center since he was a freshman. He got a lot of starts as a freshman, and very proud of him. He's probably our most mobile lineman. And yes, he is our smallest offensive lineman right now. And but Luke just does everything we ask him to do all the time, and very proud of him. And then we have JT here. JT started last year for us, with Luke on that offensive line. And JT had a tremendous offseason, and he's going to be, one of those guys, along with Davion, major college prospects in the offensive line. They do everything we ask them to do, along with Jordan Dillon and RJ Brown, who aren't here today. But our offensive line is definitely going to be a strength of our football team, and it's one of the reasons that we have one of the best running backs in the city in Zoe Smalls. They opened up holes last night. We played McIntosh. Zoe had a great game, but because of our offensive line. And so I think we're going to be really strong offensively because of the offensive line, and then defensively, I'm very proud of the hard work our defensive line has put in. We get the opportunity to block one of the best D lines in the state, and it prepares our offensive line for competition because Elijah Griffin, LaDamian Guyton, Logan Brooking, Isaiah Redmond are just one of the best defensive linemen. And this guy, Davion, is a really good defensive lineman as well. But it prepares us, and strength of our defense is going to be on that defensive line and that front seven. Our 3 linebackers have really improved. Probably, is arguably one of the best players as well on our defense is our middle linebacker, Jaden Miles. And Jaden Miles, he runs sideline to sideline. Very good player. Been in our school since 8th grade. And it's hard to believe that some of these guys are been starting for us for 4 years now. They're seniors, and we're excited about them. But John Gross, he ended up, he's going to get a start this year at outside linebacker, had a tremendous offseason. And then our other 2-year starter, Reed Penrose, at the other outside linebacker, had a tremendous offseason as well. And so the strength of our defense is definitely going to be in our front seven. And, just looking forward to that defensive line dominating. And we get the privilege of blocking them every day. And it doesn't go so well for us sometimes at practice, but it prepares us for Friday nights.
What's it like?
Closer so we can hear your question.
What's it like going up against that defensive line in practice? And how do the battles go? Do you win some, lose some? And what are some of the things you've learned from going against guys like Griffin and Guyton?
At practice, with a defensive line, it's really a competition period every time. It's high intensity with me and Isaiah Redmond. We chirp back at each other every now and then, and sometimes you lose, but sometimes you win. We get a playoff, and defensive coach gets mad and all that. That's what we like to hear. So, that's every practice, really.
And, Coach, I wanted to ask you about your quarterback, Blaze Thomas, right?
Yes, sir.
Second year. How is he looking? How has he improved his game coming into his junior season?
Yeah, absolutely. This year we have switched. We're kind of making a change. I'm no longer calling the offense. I've hired an offensive coordinator named Dominique Allen.
Richmond Hill.
From the Citadel. He's been coaching at the Citadel last couple of years, and he's done a phenomenal job. And so Blaze is, he kind of mastered our offense that we had for so many years, been running it since middle school. And so there was some carryover with our offenses, but he's had to learn a lot from Coach Allen, and Coach Allen has done a good job with him. But the best thing I can say about Blaze is that Blaze makes plays. Like I think he's best when he is scrambling. And, last night, just give you an example. He got flushed out of the pocket and threw just 2 of his best passes last night on the run. But he's really improved in the offseason. He had 24 summer workouts. Blaze was at every single one of the summer workouts. We're asking him to do more than he's done in the past. Blaze, just like myself when I was in high school, had a pretty good sense of humor, and Blaze likes to have a good sense of humor. And I told him, I said, look, hey, clowns can't run huddles. So we need more. We need more than that. And he stepped up. And also we've got Blaze some nice goggles this year and contacts. Yeah, Blaze his vision's not the best. But now he's locked in and he's ready to go. And I really have been proud of his leadership. And Coach Allen has really done a good job with him. He's going to make some mistakes, but it's great to have a quarterback coming back that started 15 games as a sophomore. And so that's a privilege for us.
And he's got another weapon besides Smalls and Kennery Wall, who's just such a versatile part of that offense, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I just told our guys last night, hey, it's about the team. We have a motto this year. It's called One Way, and that one way that we're going to want and be successful is together. It might be one night where Zoe Smalls has 3 touchdowns and 150 yards rushing. It might be the next night where Kennery Wall has that. Or it might be another night where Logan Brooking has 5 catches for 150 yards. We're not going to make everybody happy every Friday night, but it's about the team. And so, Kennery Wall, I'm always telling Coach Allen, we got to find a way to get him the ball. Whether it's punt returns, kick returns, handoffs, passes. Kennery's a dynamic player, and his ball skills are elite. He's only about 5'7", but he can get up there on the rim, almost dunk a basketball. He's very explosive, and so that's good for Blaze. It takes a lot of pressure when you can hand the ball off to people like Zoe and Kenry, and it's going to open things up in the play action passing game for people like Logan Brooking and Weston Hughes. Weston Hughes is going to be a first-year starter for us at wide receiver. He's borderline 6'2", and had a tremendous offseason, and he's one of the guys that you don't really hear about at all, especially when you have guys like Zoe and Kenry and Logan. But Weston is going to be one of our better targets this year at wide receiver.
So, offensive line, okay, get no love. How do you like Coach giving you guys this love to come to this media and be the front of that program right now?
We really appreciate it, Coach inviting us out here. We always don't get the spotlight. It's like what my dad says: offense line is like the AC. You don't realize it's not working until it's not working. And we appreciate what Coach has done for us, offense line this past off season.
Now you go both ways, right?
Yes, sir.
So, which one's your favorite, defense or offense? And how do you block yourself?
I like them both. I'm starting to like offense more though. Like you said, in practice, blocking like Elijah and Isaiah, it gets me better for the game. And defense, I like playing defense too.
Would you rather bring this back or protect the quarterback from getting this back?
Protect the quarterback. Yes, man.
Hey, Coach. Back to Coach. You realize, guys, he was a quarterback in high school, so he knows if he doesn't have guys in front of him like you, which he probably didn't, but don't let Britain do that. But anyway, so all right, Coach, new region, PowerPoints, take care of business. But what's that like going into this new region? And what do you have? 8 region games or 9 region games?
No, sir. I think we have 4 region games. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, yes, sir. First let's start with the scheduling. It was really tough for our scheduling because we played really late last year, and so as you start getting the schedule, like, hey, do you want to play Savannah Christian? No, we don't want to play Savannah Christian, and so, but I think everything happens for a reason, and we have a schedule where I feel like in the 10 games that we have scheduled, they're going to be 4-quarter games, and the competition is going to be a lot better with our schedule this year than it was last year in the regular season. Unfortunately, one of our biggest rivals, we're not going to get to play this year because they're not in the same region. And
we got the playoffs.
yeah. Oh, that would be amazing. That would be awesome. But we're in a region where Swainsboro, Toombs, it's a tough region, and those cities, they shut down on Friday nights, and everyone comes out to the football games. And I mean, Swainsboro was also in the state championship. They got athletes everywhere. Toombs County, they've made it deep into the playoffs, so it's going to be a tough, competitive region. And our non-region games, like New Hampstead, I mean, one of the best quarterbacks I've seen in a while is at New Hampstead, and we're gonna have a tough situation with New Hampstead. And then we're also playing Oceanside Collegiate. I think they're up for a state championship in South Carolina. So our schedule this year is a lot tougher than it has been in the last 2 years. And so I think in the long run, it's going to make our team better, our program stronger.
Are you going to worry about the point system, or just take one game at a time?
I think we just got to take one game at a time. It's tough when, you as the head coach, you have to organize scheduling. And so you have to be strategic in the point system and all that stuff. But I think we've got a good schedule. And I think the teams, if we've been fortunate enough to beat some of these teams, they're going to be teams that win a lot of games. And so if we can get wins on these guys, we're going to get a lot of points. And it's going to be interesting to see at the end of the year. I mean, I think there's 24 private schools that play football in 1 to 3A. And so the brackets are going to be interesting. You want to be in the top of that. And, we want to focus every year on trying to win a region championship and compete in the GHSA playoffs and get to that state championship. But we got to take it one day at a time, and And we just want to concentrate on the motto of our season and being together and playing for one another.
All right, let's give it up for the Savannah Christian Preparatory School Raiders. Okay, you got to do is go to the right. Mr. Dominance is waiting for you from the Prep Sports Port, and then the 2 TV stations right there. Go get them, big guy.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Hey, always a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Hey, got to get him to get that out on the boat with you. Have you gone fishing with him yet?
Well, his dad is our bass fishing coach, and he took me out. His dad took me out on the river the other day. How about the King's Ferry over in Richmond Hill underwater?
You got me set up? All right, rolling right along. This team surprised a lot of people last year, but I think they're turning the corner as far as their culture goes. The Bryan County High School or Middle High School football program. I don't know what they I'm just going to call it Bryan County High School, the Redskins. Coach Sherrod Freeman, great job turning this program around. He said it would take him 2 or 3 years, and he's done that. So up next, you got it, the Redskins, Bryan County High School. Come on in, Coach. And he's another coach that believes in his linemen. All right, Coach, tell us about, of course, yourself, your program, the 3 young men you got with you, big young men, or what do they say down here, youngins? Is that what they call you guys? I'll say you guys are big, okay? So Sherrod Freeman, head coach, Bryan County High School Redskins.
Thank you, Carl. Today, I brought my senior, Alan Williams. He plays center, defensive lineman for me, senior. Matthew Huff, offensive tackle, senior. Savion Riviere, senior, tackle for me. These guys are started for the last 4 years for me. They are great football players. They've part of our success last year. They great leaders. They have done a great job this summer of leading this football team. Coming off last year's season, we're talking about last year's season, they were great for our rushing yards, our offense. I mean, we had some great running backs. I mean, we couldn't have go as far as we did without these young men. Our offensive line was like the vocal point of our football. Our defense, these guys led our defense. They led our defense to be one of the top defense in the state of Georgia. They was our defensive lineman also, which is awesome. So we're hoping that this year that they're going to lead us again. We got some young backs coming in. So this year we're just trying to work out some kinks. We're trying to work out some kinks, and hopefully we can get it worked out before next week. We got another week of practice, but we're working on it. Last year, these boys helped do a lot of firsts for Bryan County High School. We was the first team to ever win a region championship at the school. We're the first team to ever win a playoff game at the school. I mean, it was a lot of firsts. I mean, first team to beat Matter, Claxton, and Scriven in the same year. First team to have shutouts. I mean, first team to host a playoff game. It was a lot. It was a lot. But, it was last year. It's a new year coming up now. And we were just over there talking some of the things that we got to get better at in order to continue this run that we had. We just feel like over the last 4 years, we have built a program. It's not a thing that we were talking about. It's not like a one-year deal. We feel like that we are building a program from our middle school up. So that's what we're excited about. The community has been involved. Our admin been involved in what we're doing. We're just excited about what we do and how we do it. We got a great coaching staff. Our kids love each other. Our kids get out there at practice. They support each other. The school support what we do. I just feel like we do a great job as a whole, from community to school to parents to Booster Club to board members. I just feel like our community has come together. We have really changed the culture in Pembroke. And I'm going to turn it over to some of these guys, let them get their thoughts on how we're doing and what they think about the season. We're going to start with Matthew. Yes, sir. They play both sides of the football.
I think that we're going to play with the same intensity as we did last year. I think we need to continue that legacy.
and keep going forward. And that's about it. What you think about this?
I feel like we're going to do good. We just got to trust the young players in the backfield and then do our job on the line and defensive line.
I think coming into this season, we have a lot to look forward to. We don't have a lot to stress about. We've worked hard this summer, and we're going to continue to work. Everybody's going to get better. We're not going to panic or anything about scrimmages, but we're excited for the season. We believe in the program. We believe in our coaches, and we believe in each other. We're a brotherhood. We trust each other, and we're going to play hard football, both sides of the ball, and we're going to be ready to rock and roll this season.
Lost some key seniors last year, including Austin Clemens, Tanner Ennis, your quarterback is blanking on his name. Right?
Sean Kelly Hill.
Sean Kelly Hill, also a linebacker for you, right?
Yes, sir.
Who's going to be taking over QB?
Right now, we're working two quarterbacks right now. DeBravion Collins is playing quarterback right now, and we got a freshman. His name is Gunnar Ennis. But the one that is probably going to end up playing quarterback is, you probably remember him from he was a freshman, Trevor Lanier. He was a freshman, but he's coming out shoulder surgery. We hope he get cleared Tuesday. If he get cleared Tuesday, he will be the one that be our starting quarterback. He cleared for light contact. He can throw the football right now. He has been taking snaps. He's been doing everything except been taken to the ground. He's go back to the doctor on Tuesday. Hope he get cleared Tuesday, playing his first real game this Friday night. And by him doing that, we get to move some other pieces around. We get to move Jaravion back to running back. We get to move Gunnar to another spot. We get to move Andreas McKinney to a running back. So now that allows our football team to get better by us moving Jaravion to another spot. And then hopefully by us doing that, it's going to make us a better football team.
You said Jabravian would be the one running back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so Gunnar Ennis, that's Tanner's younger brother, right?
Yes, sir.
Is he, I'm guessing, a safety type on defense?
He's going to be an outside linebacker. He's a 9th grader. Yep. So we got some great kids coming up. But the vocal point and the strength of our football team is our offense and our defensive line. If you see these guys sitting beside me, Austin Clemens could not have been Austin Clemens without these guys last year. And we're hoping that they can continue to do what they do. We had a great summer. We averaged about 45 to 46 kids a day this summer. We got stronger, we got faster. So we're hoping that that's going to continue, and we're just going to continue to work hard and move on to this season. Johnson next at home. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any one of you guys can answer this. How do you feel that the coach brought linemen to a meeting again?
I feel honored, to be honest. I think that it shows that coach believes in our offensive and defensive line as a unit. He knows that we're the strength of the team, and without us, we can't have any success. So I'm really proud that he decided to bring us 3, and it shows a lot about our team. Yes, sir.
I know I said this earlier. You win games in the trenches, offense, defensive line. What do you guys do? How much pride do you guys have in your offense and defensive line?
I take a lot of pride in our line. I think we're gonna do what we do. And same thing that we did last year, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna keep going from there.
Same question.
I'm going to go with you. How do you feel? You're a senior now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've been through there 4 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you haven't missed the season. How do you feel about the way the culture has changed about Bryan County High School football? Because a couple of years ago, I think it was your first and second year, they were saying nobody comes to the games. Now you got people coming to the games. So tell us about the culture and how it's changed.
It changed a lot. We got more people at the games. We got more people believing in us and coming to support us away games and home game. So I feel like it changed a lot.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how do you guys feel about Coach? What he's done with the program? You guys seen it?
Yeah, I feel like he done a lot for this program. We came a long way. A long way.
Yeah, Coach. Without Coach Freeman, none of this would be possible, and the entire staff. They've pretty much the program's done a complete 180 from when I was a kid. Bryan County football really didn't mean anything, and then coming into high school, having something to look forward to every year, showing the city of Pembroke that we can have success and people coming to the game. There's really nothing better, to be honest. And having people follow your playoff run is it's just a great feeling. And without Coach Freeman, none of that would be possible. So he's done a fantastic job.
All right. So next up, you go over and see this young gentleman over here, Coach Dominance, Nathan Dominance. Sir. You played as your running back.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you appreciate these linemen.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
He won't eat unless they block for him. So, and then then you go down to the TV stations.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good luck,
Thank
Coach. Always a pleasure. Great
Appreciate
job.
it, man.
Great job. Nice meeting you. Okay, we're done with Bryan County High School / middle school, whatever you want to call it, middle school, high school, they're all together. But now we go to Waters Avenue, and we're going to talk to the Calvary Day School Cavaliers, filling in for the Pop. That's right, Mark Stroud had his third grandchild. He couldn't be here today as a former head coach, but, you know, he knows what he's doing. He's the offense coordinator. I don't know what else they got him doing over there, probably carrying water and everything else. Jason Cameron and the Calvary Day School Cavaliers. Coach Stroud cannot be here because Mama says you got to go see the new grandkid. You're going to go see the new grandkid. I know. I couldn't go to the BC game last night because of that. All right, Coach Cameron, tell us about you. Tell us about the program, what you guys are doing this year, and then introduce these three young guys.
Thank you guys for having us. I want to just start by, thanking Optim Orthopedics for putting such a great event on. And I've said this a bunch of times, even my tenure at Jenkins, about just the Savannah media. You guys do such a great job of giving our guys exposure and getting their names out there. And, they work so hard day in and day out. It's nice for them to turn on the TV or read the newspaper and see their names. So, we're really appreciative of you guys. And, you're probably not told that enough, but we really do appreciate you. I'll start with the guys that we brought here. I'll start at the end. John Swindell. He's an offensive defensive lineman for us. Great kid, great student, first and foremost. He's conditioning himself to play both sides of the ball for us on the offensive line and defensive line, and someone that I'm really, really proud to coach just because of the way that he conducts himself every single day and the way that he walks around the hallways and represents Calvary exactly the way that we would like him to. Next, Emerson Lewis. Emerson is a Power 5 athlete all day. Started every game for us last year at corner. He's going to be another guy that we're going to expect to do big things on both sides of the football. Lineage, two brothers playing college football. So we're really excited about Emerson. And if you know about Emerson, he loves being challenged. When we do anything in practice, he wants to go against the best, and we always get his best effort every single day. Lastly, James Mobley. He'll be our starting quarterback this year, sophomore. Great kid. It speaks for himself. If you meet his parents, you understand why he's such a great kid. James is the example of staying the course. Last year, he played behind Jake Merklinger, obviously, probably one of the best quarterbacks in Savannah history. And, he just stayed the course. He lived with Jake. He was always in Jake's pocket. He worked on his craft every single day in the day of transferring and not being happy. He stayed the course. If you watched him play against New Hampstead, you saw his poise. There's never a moment too big for James. He's a two-sport athlete, pitched in the state championship game. That moment wasn't too big for James, and that's the way he plays the quarterback position. So super high ceiling. We brought some young guys because our seniors are on their senior class retreat today, but these are as good a guys that represent Calvary Day School as we have. For our season, we are super excited about the season. We're finding identity. I think a lot of coaches probably say the same thing. We had a great off season in the weight room, great summer, and we're excited to kick off the season. Our goal right now is kind of find what is our ceiling. We said yesterday our ceiling last season was the semifinals. That's where our season ended. We don't want to play last season. We don't want to replay it, and we don't worry about next season. We want to worry about our current identity, who we are as a football team. And it's going to be exciting when you got some young guys playing and guys filling in roles, and now they're the guy, from graduation. So it's exciting to see what direction that we'll go in. And, I think we could have a really, really good season in a really, really tough region. We got some
Of course, the battery died. There we go. We got you back on.
Our Coach Motley is our running back coach. Does a phenomenal job with those guys, preparing all of them to be ready because there's going to be a lot of guys who touch the ball. Caden Jones is a sophomore for us. If you watched the Cedar Grove game last year in the semifinal, entire second half at running back, and really the second half of the season was kind of a guy for us. He's a downhill runner. He's 15 years old, but he does not look like it. He is a great looking kid. He doesn't know it yet either, but he's a phenomenal athlete, and his ceiling is so high, and he'll definitely carry the ball. And we also have Scooters coming back. He came back from an injury last year. He tore his ACL, and he's going to be he's kind of our change of pace back. He'll also play some defense. He's kind of going to be our Trevor Strobridge, do a little bit of everything. He'll play some slot receiver, and it's just a testament to how skilled he is because we could use him in so many different areas.
All right. Just so everybody knows, first camera, the battery went dead, so we had to do a replacement in there. So hopefully this picks it up. I do apologize to you guys.
It's no problem.
I didn't think it was going to go dead that quick. But anyway, Mr. Mobley, following Jake Merklinger, how does it make you feel?
It feels really great. He was a great quarterback. I got to learn behind him last year and just follow under his footsteps and just try to take Calvary to another level.
Let's go to Lewis here. Okay, we got three brothers. Who's the best out of the three?
It's me, man. It's me.
Uchis and Langston aren't going to have a problem with that?
Nah, they know.
All right, so
They know.
sophomore now, right?
Yes, sir.
Year under your belt, thrown out there on your own island as a freshman. What are you taking from last year that's going to help you in your sophomore year playing quarterback?
Like going out there as a freshman, it just showed that the coaches trusted me. And so, like, it just makes me look at my mistakes from last year. I'm going to build on them, trusting my craft, and just going out there and balling, just like last year, but even better.
Name again?
Swindell, John Swindell.
Swindell?
Yes, sir.
John Swindell, offensive lineman, defensive lineman?
Both
O-lineman?
Yeah, both ways. Yeah.
Both ways?
Yes.
All right, so we've heard from Christian, we've heard from other schools about their offense, defensive line. What's special about Calvary's offense, defensive line machine?
We just have grit. The way that we're attacking practice every day. We're trying to get better every day, and we have a grit. We have a mentality that we're gonna be the most conditioned offensive line in the region. We're gonna play to the very last play of the game, and I think that's what changes us from every offensive line and defensive line in the region.
And you're what grade?
I'm a junior.
Junior?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about the seniors, their leadership. I mean, you got some big names that are seniors this year at Calvary. Tell us what the seniors meant to the program.
Seniors mean a lot. Leadership is very essential for a program to do good because the coaches help and they can really bring us so far. But at a point, it's going to have to be teammate leadership. And so that means a lot to our program. Yeah, definitely.
Mr. Lewis, Emerson. Okay, you're going against Coleman. You're going against Blackshear. Tell us what's that like in practice.
I love it, man. It's just grit, competing every single day. It's like best on best, iron sharpens iron. And so that competing, it really made me get better every day in practice because, like, it's just in the games, there's great receivers, but, like, just going against the guys every day is just a different level. Power 5 SEC type of level.
Over Mr. Mobley. Okay, so he had it covered. Who do you want to throw the ball to?
Me personally, the way I go, I give my receivers a chance every day against anybody. If I see my receiver and I like the matchup, I'm gonna get it to him, let him make a play.
So it doesn't matter if it's Coleman or Blackshear or whoever else that's there. Okay, and last question for Coach Cameron. I know you're an offensive guy like I'm an offensive guy. The defense, that defense got a lot coming back. I talked to Grandpa Pop the other day.
Yeah.
You got a lot of guys returning. Sorry, Mark. You got a lot of guys returning.
We do, and our defensive staff does a great job. You got Donald Chumley on that side of the ball and Justin Fields preparing our defense from an offensive perspective, and we go against them best versus best every day in practice. The way that they swarm to the football I think puts us kind of to the top defensively. If you watch us play last year, we didn't have a lot of single tackles. Had 3, 4, 5 hats to the football, and that's a testament to those guys. They preach it every single day. Our kids are bought into it, and can't tackle, you can't win. So that's kind of pretty much what we focus on daily, and, you know, relentless pursuit to the football. Our kids are bought in and they do it really, really well.
Nice. All right, guys. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Along. You're going to go to Mr. Dominance for the Prep Sports Report. Then you're going to go to TV stations. Look forward to watching you, buddy.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey. Man, you're no little kid in there.
No, he's not.
Oh, I know. He's going to be up by Marion Islands. Go get him. John, good luck. Thanks. Keep the line. Well dressed. Okay, the Calvary Day School Cavaliers, and they're on a mission, and hopefully that mission will get them playing Savannah Christian, hopefully in a championship at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Wouldn't it be nice that we have two Chatham County kids playing with? Be nice. It could happen, though. It could happen with the point system and everything else. And I know Dennis Knight would love to do that. Next up, not a new program, but a new format. New coach coming in, taking over the Memorial Day School Matadors. Come on in. And if you've been following, Memorial Day School will be playing 8-man football, which is not common here in Savannah, Georgia. But believe it or not, it's more common in the United States than people know. Coach Rowland comes over as from Savannah High. New format, new program, getting these kids believing in it. And from what I understand, he's gone from 8 kids to how many now?
We got like
13, 14 kids. So the program will grow. They're going to get their first tests the way 8-man. And if you haven't watched 8-man football, it's exciting. So, Coach, introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your program and these 3 young men with you.
All right, Coach Zane Rowland, Memorial Day School. Excited to be here. Very appreciative of you guys having us out. We got one of our wide receivers, linebackers, Lake Mills, right here on the end. We got Marshall Sarandinsky, running back, receiver, defensive back. And then we got, my son, Junior Rowland. He's going to play quarterback, running back, receiver, kind of anything that we need. Excited to lead the charge as the first 8-man team in Savannah. I know there's been a lot of confusion about 8-man, but we're excited to bring our brand of football to the 8-man level. We want to bring a heavy pass game infused with some run game here with Marshall, and just excited to be able to bring that to Savannah, kind of get some more knowledge to those out there who don't really have a lot of knowledge about 8-man. And then, of course, we want to win the state championship, but every week we just want to make sure we're getting that buy-in from the school, from the community, make sure that everybody is involved is involved in the program and pushing us to the levels that we want to get to, and very excited about, where we are and what direction we're going in.
With the 8-man, what are the 3 players that are off? Are they the offensive line?
Yes, sir. So you'll drop 2 offensive linemen. So we'll play with a guard, a center, and a guard. So it kind of looks like maybe a tackle. I guess you call those a tackle or a guard. And then we'll drop 1 skill guy. So pretty much we can run everything that we would run in an 11-man conceptually. But we just would do it with 3 less guys.
Okay. And how is you've been at Savannah High and other coaching experience in the 11-man? What's been the biggest struggle in the transition? What are you trying to learn about?
Honestly, I haven't had very much of a transition. I just feel like football is football. I know there's a lot of naysayers that are, kind of saying that, 8-man isn't real or this or that. There's guys that made it to the NFL out of 8-man. So we're excited about the guys that stuck around with us and decided that they don't care. They just want to play football. They're just football guys. So we're excited about the guys that stayed in the building and want to be here and help me build this thing.
And what will the offense look like? You got your son at quarterback?
Yes, sir. He's naturally a running back receiver, but everybody that attempted a pass last year at Memorial, they ended up graduating. And because he's a coach's kid, he just kind of got thrown into the fire. Kind of how he did last year, at Savannah High. He was the JV quarterback as an 8th grader at Savannah High School. So just kind of got thrown in the fire, and right now, he's going to be our quarterback. And we're excited that as a freshman, he'll be leading the way for us.
Okay, can you tell us about your other players here?
Yes, sir. So Lake, he's kind of gonna be everywhere for us. He'll play a little bit of linebacker and edge for our defensive coordinator, Coach Bullock. And then he'll, on offense, he'll play receiver, running back, maybe a little bit of wildcat quarterback, just kind of wherever we can get him in. Get the ball in his hands. And then this is Marshall. Marshall's, he's our do-it-all guy. Every week he's telling me he can do everything under the sun. So he told me the other day he can play quarterback. So he's going to play running back, receiver, punt return, kick return, punter, kicker. I mean, just everything but offensive line. I think at this point, and I think he wants to play defensive tackle. And then like I said, junior, he'll play quarterback, running back. There might be some opportunities. He plays receiver. We're just going to kind of use our guys the best we can, with the smaller roster. I think we had probably the biggest turnover, roster turnover maybe in the city. We only returned 2 guys. Marshall was one, and then, Mel Flowers was the other kid. But I think we had probably the biggest turnover out of everybody. But I'm excited about the guys that are here with us and building it.
My turn now? All right, let's start with QB.
There you go.
All right, so tell us about 8-man football, what you found, what have you found learning how to play that, and what's going to make it so exciting?
It's like less people in the field, so it's being like less defense that I have to take on against. But in my head, it's just the same as 11 man. You got to treat it the same.
8-man football. So are you going to be on the defense side of the ball?
Yes, sir. I'm going to be on defense.
So what's that going to be like?
It's less people, so I'm assuming it's be easier to keep track of the ball, but more opportunities to get through and get to the ball.
Nice. And Coach labeled you as his utility man. That means you're going to play everywhere and anywhere. So tell us what that means and what 8-man football might be in your mind. What's going to be like that first game next week, right?
Yes, sir. Well, I have to be ready to be able to work around the field, and I have to be ready to be a leader on the team. I got to be vocal with everybody, and I have to let them know. And 8-man is different from 11-man. I grew up on 11-man my whole life. But 8-man, you got to have a motor. You have to have a motor. You got to run a lot. You have to be a playmaker. Yes, sir.
So which one are you going to be, playmaker or the guy that brings the wood?
Everything.
Everything. All right. Anybody else? Well, guys, great job. What you can do now is float to the right. Mr. Dominance, he'll be from the Prep Sports Report. You got the TV stations over there asking questions.
All right.
Hey, good luck. Can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Appreciate
Coach,
you having us out.
Appreciate it. Good luck. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Ready? You got Benedictine on there? 6%. Let's swap out the battery. TV timeout, battery. I'll probably get myself in trouble, but the battery is dying, but you save the best for last. You got to get the battery fixed. So, but no, Coach, you came out as the last one out of the hat. So, but anyway, Benedictine Military School, we all know about it. This man took over the program 14 years ago. I'm getting old there, buddy. So, and I can always remember that first game at Garden City. He kicked the field goal to make the playoffs, 5-5, and it's been nothing but roses for Danny Britt and the Benedictine Military School program. So right now, here we go. Last one up, the Cadets from Benedictine Military School. All right, Coach, you know the drill. Tell us about you, your program, what you guys are, your outlook is for this year, and then some big boys here. So introduce them too, Coach.
All right, thank you guys for having us. Very excited about this year. We've really set up a tough schedule. What wasn't all planned to be as hard as it is, but what we've ended up coming up is the number one toughest schedule in Georgia, the number 3 in the country, and that's by Cal Preps. That's not just us making that up. That is numbers. That is facts. So we're excited about it, though. We've been working since February. We had a tremendous winter. All season, and then spring practice was great. And this summer, I think it's one of the best summers we've had. and then of course a great preseason, which ended last night with a scrimmage against Camden County, and very, very excited about what we saw. So, just excited about what we're doing, where we're going, and obviously some tremendous games. We play in the Russell Classic this coming Saturday against Raven Gap Nakuchi, which a lot of people around here hadn't heard of them, but they're a really good football program. Recruit not just nationally, but all over the world, internationally. So, very good program. Then we traveled to a little school called Buford in Atlanta. That is really, really great football program, and it just continues to go from there. So excited about what we're doing, where we're going. Again, like I said, just have had a tremendous off season that I think, we understood the schedule, we understood what we had going. So I think that was part of, the push that every day has to be great, and there's pressure every day. And, that is what makes you great, is when you constantly have to realize every morning you wake up and say, I have to be great today, because if not, somebody will beat me. And so I think everybody's, felt that, dealt with that well, and will continue to do so. Have with me Jacoby Ward, offensive lineman, is committed to Auburn. Third Scroggins, outside linebacker, rush end, is committed to Miami. Connor Ferguson, who is a kicker and punter. I don't think he wants to be a punter all the time, but does a really good job with it. And he has Division I offers at that. And then Stephen Cannon, who is the next quarterback in line and has Division I offers already, and is going to be a lot of fun to watch. So I think everybody's excited about what we have going on here. These are just, a few of our really good players that have these four men have done a great job so far, and I'm excited to see what they can do this year.
You're the pro, you're the professional. You go first. Well, I've never really got to talk to you on Saturday morning. Your voice maybe it's been worse on other times. The yelling on the sideline.
I didn't yell that much last night. I was pretty calm. It really wasn't that bad.
Camden County, they brought like a team of about 100 kids.
Right.
How would you assess the performance last night against them?
I thought it was really good. I was very, very pleased with how we performed in every phase. That we had a few hiccups. Across the board as coaches, we did, and that's part of it. You have to go in and get back into the rhythm. One of mine was, here we are, we're 2 minutes left in the half, and we're on defense, we're stopping them. I don't even call a timeout. I'm in a scrimmage mode, not game mode, and but that's part of it, and that's why we do the scrimmage. But I think across the board, we're really happy. I was really happy with the 2s and 3s that got in. I thought they performed well, but so it was good, and we were pretty successful. Of course, I watched the film till 4 this morning and found plenty of things to dissect and to get better at, and we'll continue to do that throughout the weekend. But because we have to get better every single day.
So the run game, it looked like Stanley was getting a lot of carries, and Bubba will be getting some carries too.
Bubba will be getting the ball as much as we can feed it to Bubba, for sure. That doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. But no, Stanley's going to be the primary running back. And, what Stan plays, Bubba plays, and Ganem and those other guys is more of a wing slot receiver, do a lot of different things. But Stanley is the primary running back, and he'll be getting the carries. And he has the frame to do it.
Can you describe his working with him so far as a starter and what he's bringing to the table?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we were talking about it last night as we got back to the coach's office, and Coach Phillips said, who's the offense coordinator and quarterbacks coach, said the best thing about working with Steven is he constantly wants instruction. He doesn't get upset when you critique him. He actually wants it, and that's a great sign, right? So does a great job of leading too. Stays calm when a lot of us don't, and stays calm and leads and directs, and so that's been really good. And physically can obviously a great arm and can move very well, both in the pocket and actually running with the ball.
Okay, and you're a big defensive guy, and the defense looks strong. Everything okay with the elbow?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, we got third and with Cody up front,
right?
Too. And how do you think the defense is
I think we can be really good. I mean, the biggest thing we have across the board is speed. We got a lot of speed, in the two deep, and so I think that's going to help. That showed last night on defense for sure. The front, obviously third is third, and Cameron is really good, and we had about 6 guys we were rotating in that front three. That's going to be important for us. We're going to have those 6 guys rotating, and so that's going to play out to see how good we can be. But I thought we played really well mentally too. I thought we made some really good changes because we didn't really know what to expect because Coach Rowland, it was his first year there. We saw some film from Mainland where he was at last year, but it ended up being different than that, and he had told me that it would be a little different. So I thought everybody adjusted well.
I'm not a professional. So, all right, let's go you two, okay? DN linebacker?
Yes, sir.
Offensive tackle?
Yes, sir.
Who wins?
Yes, sir. It's back and forth. Back and forth.
Goes back and forth?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you guys 4 years in the program. What's so special about playing for this man?
Just the leadership from him. He's a very great person, a very good coach. He's going to push you, every day to be your best. And,
one thing that I love about Coach Britt, he's always going to inspire you to be the best person that you could possibly ever be. He's a great person on and off of the field. And that's what I love about Coach Britt. And he just always just been pushing me since day one.
Tough love, right?
Yes, sir. Tough love.
All right, Coach, I'll get to you guys next. I'm going to leave you out. But from what I'm hearing, this is probably the deepest team you've had, okay? How does it finally feel like you're going into a season now where you can go 2 or 3 deep, where before when you first took over this program, you had to worry about Band-Aids and who was backing up who.
Right.
So you've seen this program grow now 11 years and very successful in your farthest imagination. Do you think it'd get to this point?
Honestly, when I went there, no. I never thought. I thought we could really do better than it had been. And, we've had that conversation before. Did I ever think we'd win a state championship? No. But several years ago, we started dreaming, and I wanted it to be a national program. And we're there. We're at least, if we're not there, we're getting there really fast. And, and this team is very deep and it's fun. And it's gonna demand it. The schedule demands it for sure.
And rumor has it that you're coaching defensive backs?
I am. Jonah Griffin coached for us last year. He's a former player of ours. Went on and played at Furman, and he's back. But he's running a business and just couldn't do it this year. So I'm back to coaching the defensive backs, and I think that it's been pretty good to this point. Now, I told him I was sorry before we got started because it's I get really, really aggressive when I'm coaching a position, but it's a very good group to coach too. Very, very athletic group.
I can vouch for you. You coached the kid. I know that.
That's right. That's right.
Tough love, but you taught him a lot. So,
Yep.
All right. Coach has learned over the years that he needs kickers.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel like that he brought a kicker to this media day?
He's been trying to recruit me for probably 6 years now, ever since he saw me first kick a football. Went to one of his camps, and then I transferred over to BC going into freshman year. And really, all those years, I backed up a few people, but really with just him and the guys ahead of me, it kind of put me in my path. And started last year, went really well. Coach Britt's our special teams coordinator, and so he does a really good job there, and hopefully looking for a really good season this year. So,
yes. I think he knows offense, defense, and special teams.
Yes, sir.
Special teams can win your games and lose your games.
Oh, yes, sir.
He knows that right. Quarterback, okay? Mr. Cannon, okay? You're following a tradition of since Coach Britt came in, even before Coach Britt, the quarterback at Benedictine has always been one of the best football players in the city. So tell us about what you're bringing to the table for the cadets, because you're going to hit your turn now.
Yes, sir. I think I bring a lot of leadership to the team and just trying to make everyone around me to the best level they can play at. But just from my standpoint, I think I can be anything. I can do anything, throw, run, whatever the team needs to win.
Your mom's Reagan Howard?
Stacy, that's my aunt.
That's your aunt?
Yes.
Reagan, but you're involved with Howard.
Yes.
So you know the athletic teams in there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Back to Mr. Third here, okay? last year with BC, you committed to the Hurricanes. Tell us about what this program has meant to you. What has it taught you?
When I was talking about leadership through the years, it was just, class by class. You can see what the seniors brought to the table. And that meant a lot, seeing them, being great leaders. So, it was just, it means a lot. I can't really put in words because, but BC done a lot for me and my family. So, it means a lot.
Jacoby, what have you learned from playing football at Benedictine? What life lessons?
I've learned many life lessons, just BC has done, as Terry said, a lot for me and my family. And, the leadership role plays a very big part of it, over the years, just coming up. I just always wanted to be a leader. And now, I finally got my time. So I'm trying to be the best person, the best leader, and the best teammate I could possibly be.
All right, and I'm gonna vouch for Coach Grigg here because I did a little article on the scheduling. Yes, they have one of the toughest schedules in the country. I think number 3, right? Calvary, Poly Prep, whatever they call it, and number 1 in the state of Georgia. So, new region, new teams coming in. I know last year you told me, Coach, I could lose 3 out of the first 5 games. This one's even tougher.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is an extremely tough schedule. And, part of it is it's exciting because you win a game, you're going to be excited about it. And we found last year that at the end of the games, we were winning, we kept winning, and it was like the puppy had died. And, and then what starts creeping in then is complacency, or people start worrying about how many carries did I get, or why is somebody playing more reps than I'm playing, and all of that. Well, we can't even have any of that this year because we better be worried about winning the football game, and it's going to be really tough. My desire is that it pays off in the end, and to me the goal is to be the best football team you can be at the end of the season, and that's what we're shooting for. And of course, we want to go win every game. I mean, that's how it is, and we're going to try to do that, and I believe we have the talent to do that, but also realizing that if we drop a game, we're going to learn from it and get better from it, and so hopefully that's the way this works.
You got two powerhouses coming into the conference, the region. Tell us something about the new guys coming in.
Yeah, obviously when we chose, because we were placed in AAA, and we chose to play up to 4A. I knew where was coming into the region because Strickland and I are friends, and we talk all the time. We're talking through that. I had no idea they were going to put Warner Robins and Perry in it as well. So that's an extremely tough region. I think over the past 4 years, the state champion from 4 and 5A is all in one region. So that's pretty unbelievable, unheard of. So or 4 and 5A. So that's incredible, but I'm excited. One of the biggest things is, I was talking to these guys in February when we got together and said, hey, this is the schedule we have set. And they said, Coach, that's why we came to Benedictine. That's what we want to do. We want to go be great. We're going to play in great environments, great, beautiful stadiums in front of really good crowds, and really good football teams. So that's why they're here. That's what they want. And that's what I want to do.
All right, so appreciate you guys coming. What you can do now is you're going to go over to Mrs. Dominance for the Prep Sports Report, and you can slide down to the TV stations. Can't wait to see you play. Good luck. Thank you. Hey, he needs kickers.
Thank you.
Coach, always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Hey, nice meeting you personally now. And
yes, sir.
Go get him. That's it. Oh, I got it. I'm good. I got a production manager behind us because I would have walked out the door. No. But anyway, that wraps it up for the 2024 Prep Sports Report. Football Media Day, 4th annual. Hopefully year number 5 will be bigger and better. We're learning a lot. Got to thank the sponsor, of course, Optim Orthopedics, who agreed to also be the sponsor of our football articles. We're going to carry 2 articles every weekend now. We were just doing one. Dennis Knight from the Savannah Morning News is a great guy, but he can only be one place at one time. So hopefully with 2 other reporters out there, we'll cover more games. Then, of course, you got to thank Enmarket Arena for letting us do this again. 2 years ago, it was unbelievable. We were upstairs. Now we're in front of the, what is this, the Pro Shop? as you see, the official Ghost Pirates Pro Shop. And then, of course, we got the media over there. We got to thank them for the food. From what I hear, it was outrageous, but I don't think you saved me anything, Matt. But anyway, glad you could join us. And that's it for this year's 2024 Football Media Day here in Savannah, Georgia. Good luck to all the teams. Starts Thursday night. New Hampstead taking on South Effingham in Pooler. Oh, forgot the man that's behind the scenes that set this all up. Matt Gimmel does a great job. He's the public relations man for Optim Orthopedics. Without him, this wouldn't be possible either. So battery went dead. He had an extra battery. That's why I bring him on. But thank you. Take care.